What is going on, you guys? Major Dragon here, and today is a very important announcement. It is Christmas time. This means brand new Major Dragon merch is now out. Go check it out down below, and make sure to get yourself some Major Dragon merch to give to your friends and family down below. Anyway, thank y'all for the support. Go check it out, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. After Gogeta wins the tournament against Tien, a lot of the events would go kinda similar. The only difference here is that Gogeta would never marry Chi-Chi. Now, Gogeta would meet Chi-Chi there, and she would start to fall for him, but Chi-Chi has a bit of a different connection because of the fact that it's not like Goku, but she still likes him, and Bulma likes him too at the same time. Now, as for Gogeta, he's kind of not really worried about a relationship right now, both being the Saiyan traits of Goku and Vegeta. But Gogeta would actually end up getting with Bulma more, because Gogeta has known Bulma for longer, and he feels like she's a closer friend. Now, with Gogeta living with Bulma and marrying her, they would then be together, but Gogeta feels strange, as all this time he has memories and dreams about these odd battles that he would have in his head. Whenever he would sleep at night, he would have strange battles against a lizard-like tyrant and a green creature and even a pink creature. And then he remembers having dreams about fighting this purple cat-like being and stuff, and then all he remembers is a bright flash of light. But he kind of throws that to the side, as he thinks that maybe these are just dreams about opponents that he wishes that he could face. But he thinks it is weird. Bulma even checks on him and states, well, she doesn't really have an explanation. It's probably just some crazy dreams that he has. Since he's a Saiyan, all he thinks about is fighting deep down. Now, would Raditz show up? Yes, because Raditz would still want to see his quote-unquote brother and see how the planet is doing. Since he sees that the planet is not taken over, he would still challenge Gogeta to a fight, or tell him to leave 100 bodies to prove this planet is right for the taking. During this time, Gogeta would have a son, and he would still name him Gohan, the same as before. Having a kid with Bulma, this child, let's just say, looks like Trunks, just to make things a lot easier. Or you can say that he calls him Trunks. That's completely up to you. But just for what if and fun purposes, I think there'll be a fun little fight between Gogeta and Bulma about who to name. But I think Bulma would ultimately win. So Trunks will be born and he'll pretty much look the same. Just this version of Trunks is way more powerful than his original self, having Goku and Vegeta as Gogeta, their father. His S cells would be extraordinary. This young version of Trunks, we will speak about it later, over the next 5 years will still be training, but also studying as well. But even with the training that he has, he's already grown into a warrior. He is exponentially powerful, far more powerful than Kid Gohan was. At this version, he would be similar to even Raditz at 5 years old, which is not that far-fetched to look at. Raditz would still show up, as I said previously, and still challenge Gogeta. He would try to take his son for ransom, but this time around, when he tries to take Trunks, Trunks would even hit Raditz back before Gogeta would put an end to him. You guys gotta remember that this version of Gogeta is willing to end his opponents if deemed necessary, as he's not fully compassionate like Goku, who allows people to get away. He has a Vegeta in him, and Vegeta's bloodthirsty killer. He'll kill whoever's in his way if it bothers him. So, because of this, Gogeta would actually kill Raditz when they have a little fight. Though deep down, Raditz did not want to really get killed by Gogeta, but didn't have a choice, and Gogeta didn't really want to kill him. But when he threatened his family, he threatened his son and his wife, Gogeta will end you. After this battle would then commence, Vegeta and Nappa would theoretically never show up because they never heard about the Dragon Balls, so why would they be interested? Now, you could argue that when Raditz tried scanning his power level, it would shoot up past 24,000 or 30,000 and it would blow up. They would get the transmission of Raditz saying that, and then it goes blank. That might pique their interest and they would still want to come along and see what's going on. So Nappa and Vegeta, after a bit longer, would then make the decision to then go to Earth and see what Raditz was baffling about. Since, of course, Gogeta would never meet King Kai because he doesn't know King Kai, nor would he go to the other world either way. So, none of the Z Fighters died. Gogeta is still alive. So after a year would then pass, Nappa and Vegeta would then show up like the original and destroy a planet. Now, of course, as we know this, that was their main goal, was to kind of rule the planet, maybe destroy it, but it's up to Frieza. Gogeta would not allow this, as Gogeta would then appear very quickly and easily destroy Nappa in their fight, and he would actually spare Vegeta. For some reason deep in his mind, he told himself not to do it, as he doesn't know what it was, but something was telling him to not kill Vegeta no matter what, so he didn't do it. Though Vegeta would still try to kill him, of course, as he would attack Gogeta, throwing a full-powered Gallic Gun attack at him, which Gogeta would easily smack away with his hand, and he would easily beat down Vegeta and tell him to stop, and that he's won. Vegeta would then go on his space pod, allowing him to escape, and he would then flee Earth, as Nappa was already dead at this point, as he would still continue to try to attack Gogeta, but Gogeta didn't have any second thought about him. Since that Vegeta left, word would then spread around about him easily being defeated, but that wouldn't necessarily catch Frieza's interest, and on top of that, Frieza never heard about the Dragon Balls to begin with, so he would never go to Namek to start. So Namek is actually not being attacked by Frieza, so Namek is okay. As for Gogeta, he does hope maybe Vegeta will come back so they can spar again. As the time would then pass on, more of these memories get worse and worse, as Gogeta does not know what's going on and why they're getting worse. Before Gogeta, in a typical Saiyan fashion, would actually punch himself at full strength, which would jog his memory, as then everything started flooding back in his mind. Everything from Goku and Vegeta's minds would then flood into his head, as he sees all of their history, all the way up until he fought Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. On planet Earth, when they would spar back and forth going at it, he was in Super Saiyan Blue. Their punches and blows were so powerful that it was breaking reality and time. Gogeta accidentally got sucked through time. When they traded blows, he did not go back to Earth. He was sent to a different timeline, a different reality, to where he was born instead of Goku. And then, going back to, of course, the Supreme Kai of Time, she saw this glitch occur. And they fixed it by adding a clone of Gogeta because they couldn't find the original one. So, in that timeline, time kind of fixed itself with her help, as she's almost all-powerful at her full strength. So Gogeta is stuck in a timeline that is not his. He's just in a random time loop now that's not his own. He took a few days alone to process all that he has thought, as he lost everything almost. Chi-Chi, his sons, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, what's up Trunks, and Bra, they're gone. And Piccolo's gone too. Gogeta realizes this. But he does remember about Namek, and he can help with King Kai, who knows where Namek is. Maybe he can fix things with the Dragon Balls. He can wish things back to the way they were. He also can find Beerus. As Beerus knows about the Super Dragon Balls, they can grant any wish. He can fix any problem that comes along his way. He knows about this. First things first, after remembering all of his forms and techniques, he would then test them out on his body to make sure he can survive. He would go Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. He would transform into a Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue on top of that. He would also test out his techniques, which he does still have, and he would instant transmission right in front of King Kai, shocking him as he was not expecting this visitor. Gogeta would then explain who he is, what happened, and that, well, he's looking for Namek. King Kai would think this is weird, but can't say no, and he senses that he has a good heart, so he would then tell him the coordinates and where to look for. As Gogeta then remembers where the original planet was located, pre-Goku and Vegeta's memories, he would then use instant transmission and then show up to planet Namek, to where he was actually expecting Frieza to be there so he can knock Frieza out and kill him, but he doesn't really notice Frieza at all, nor is he here, though it's been a few weeks later, and Namek is still there. So he would befriend the Namekians who see he was a good warrior, but the Namekians do have one job for him, to at least earn their trust. And after Elder Guru would then read his memories and even unlock his potential, on top of that, even giving him a little bit more of a power boost, but he's so strong that even that would not greatly change too much, but he's still stronger. Elder Guru would then tell him that if it is true that Frieza could potentially come to our world and destroy all my people, could you go stop Frieza before he even does that? Which Gogeta would agree, no problem, as he can sense Frieza's power, and he'll be right back. He would then use instant transmission and arrive on Frieza's planet. So where Frieza would be surprised to see this random warrior appear in these odd clothing, the Ginyu Force would very quickly attack Goku, and of course Vegeta fused together as Gogeta. Gogeta would very quickly dodge their attacks and easily defeat Guldo, Raccoon, Jace, Birder, and even Captain Ginyu, which would surprise Frieza that he's that powerful, and Frieza would then take the fight to himself. Frieza versus Gogeta, as Gogeta would tell Frieza to hurry up and go to his final form. He knows that he has a fourth form, and even go full power if he wants as well. This would surprise Frieza, who wouldn't listen, as Gogeta would then deliver a 1-inch punch, sending Frieza through his entire palace, destroying it. Frieza would then jump up with torn armor on, and he would then rip it off, going into his final form and continuing to fight, which Gogeta would then easily defeat him, letting Frieza go full power per his Goku's Saiyan side. And once when Frieza bulked up to full power, Gogeta would then not hold back and charge up a Kamehameha wave and completely obliterate Frieza. Gogeta also needs to remember where this Saiyan Broly came from, and maybe he'll find him later on. But as for now, he does not need to worry about that, and he would go back to the Namek, as the Namekians would then know that Frieza's gone. They would then grant him the Dragon Balls, as he would use their 3 wishes. He would wish back Kami, which would also wish back Demon King Piccolo, and he would also use the Dragon Balls and try and ask the dragon if maybe he can make Chi-Chi like him, and, you know, make Chi-Chi love him like they used to, if that could work, or maybe they could try to fix everything. But the dragon states that it cannot change time, as it cannot alter things differently. So with not much else to really think about, he has an idea. Well, he actually uses the Dragon Balls to wish for anybody that Frieza has killed to be brought back to life. This would indirectly bring back the Saiyans as well on planet Vegeta, but Gogeta doesn't know that. He doesn't really think about that. He just thinks it's a good deed, and the last wish can be used for the Namekians themselves, as Goku asked the Namekian dragon to grant Nail, who he knows is there, to grant him and break his potential, which the dragon can. This would make Nail exponentially more powerful, even more powerful than the potentially Frieza. As we know, even the Earth's Dragon Balls put Piccolo's potential way higher. Nail has incredible potential even with training, so I want Nail to get a time to shine. So after leaving, going back to Earth, he has a lot to think about. But his main goal is to use the Super Dragon Balls down in the future and be able to fix this mess. He also realizes why he hasn't unfused yet after 25 years, but that's another side of the story. And that is it for this one. If you guys, thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know for the next part, what do you guys think about it? And the adventures of Gogeta, now that his memories are back, he can fix a lot of things. And he can also try and bring things back to the way they were. But that's it for this video. Really do appreciate it. Let's get 20,000 subscribers. And also, Merry Christmas, you guys, as well. A video will not be appearing on Christmas Day on the 25th. It'll be on the 26th. So I hope you guys have a blessed Christmas. Enjoy time with your family. You guys are the best. Merry Christmas from me. Make sure to check out some merchandise that I have. It's not too late. If you want to get something a little bit after Christmas, I really appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you all later.